Battlefield 4 and the Lamzu Atlantis. These guys really outdid themselves, I do think. And today we're going to find out what all went into making this mouse. And I hope you guys are ready to get into this as much as I am. But I really enjoy playing Battlefield 4. And I'm a small-handed guy, so this mouse is made for medium to large hands. But we'll get into all that in just a little bit. But man, this mouse is just freaking, it just hits right, man. I was really surprised how good it is with my hand being as small as it is. So anyways, guys, if you guys are ready to get into this video and get into all the nitty gritty, let's go. The Atlantis has to be one of the best unboxing experiences I have had the pleasure of unboxing in quite some time. From the aqua colored box to everything in the box screams Atlantis. And we're just going to go through this real quick here, guys, so you can see what the box looks like as you open it here. And as you can see, you got your nice velvet package there for storage of your mouse and everything. You got your dongle, you know, and all of that good stuff, and your mouse is nice and protected with the foam there inside the box as it's being transported through the post office. We know how bad the post office can be. And then we get over here to everything that comes in the box. You know, you've obviously got your cable, you got your little velvet carrying case there, you got your little pamphlet up there, you got glass gates. Now the first 1,000 people, I believe it is, that actually get this mouse will actually get a combination of glass gates and regular PTFE. The Lamzu Atlantis price tag makes it a really reasonably priced wireless mouse, guys, coming in at a selling price of $89.99 at Adis. Now if you compare that to the likes of the G Pro X and the Razer Viper Ultimate V2, which will cost you around 150 bucks, yeah, that's a little out of most people's range there when it comes to how much you can actually pay for a mouse to actually game with. So anyways, and that still depends on what country you're in. So that puts it more in line with the XtraFi MZ1 wireless and the Fanatic Bolt wireless, to be honest. The Fanatic Bolt is probably going to be, they're the same price. The Atlantis is a well-rounded mouse when it comes to weight and size, being mindful that the Atlantis was made with a medium to larger hand esports player with a slider angle on the side grips, as you can see here, and a deeper downward angle on mouse 1 and mouse 2. And as you can see there on that as well, which really makes it good for claw grip, to be honest. And so it makes it a little better for precision aiming and control of the Atlantis. Unlike almost no slant on the G Pro X Superlight, the Atlantis measurements are 66 millimeters in width, length is 123 millimeters, and height of 38 millimeters, which is going to be up here your height. All right, and this is basically going to be a comparison to the G Pro X Superlight, which the length is 125 millimeters, width is 63.5 millimeters, and height of 44 millimeters. As for the weight, it's going to come in at around 55 grams here. Let's turn this on for you guys so y'all can see this. I think we're going to get about 55-10 on here, so it's a little bit heavier. Unlike the G Pro X Superlight with the Hero sensor with a maximum of 25,600 DPI, the Atlantis boasts the all-new PAW3395 optical sensor, which you can get to 26,000 DPI. Who is going to go that high though, right? Honestly though, there isn't as much to bother with here when it comes to sensors these days. Most sensors 3360 and up are already flawless, but it's always nice to have the best of the best in sensors. DPI steps without the software are going to be around 400, 800, 1600, 3200, 6400 out of the box with 1000 hertz polling rate. As of my review, there is no software on the Lamzu site as of yet, you will have a little card that comes with your Atlantis that has each DPI step labeled and color coded to the light on the bottom of the mouse. Liftoff distance is 1 millimeter out of the box and can be adjusted to 2 millimeters once software is installed. The chosen switches that the Lamzu Atlantis conceals is its secret sauce, is the Huano blue pink dot switches for mouse 1 and 2, which give you a nice crisp and responsive click compared to the clunky clicks of the Kel GM 8.0 switches. I really give it to Frank and the Lamzu team for choosing to go with these switches in this mouse, because the 8.0s are really good. I love the 8.0s, but they don't go in every single mouse. You know, everybody just got on that kick, and at some point, you know, everybody wanted 8.0s. It's really good to see a company break away from the Kel 8.0s and the Kel 4.0 switches. Granted, every switch out there has its place in use depending on the person and the game. It's a breath of fresh air to see Lamzu choose the Huano switches. Way to go, guys. Also, the Atlantis has next to no pre-travel that I can perceive, which makes the Huanos even that more dangerous in the right hands. Side buttons are Kel micro switches, in case you were wondering. I'm not entirely sure what flavor they are, but they are a little tighter than most, so might take some time getting used to that. So let's give you guys a quick rundown of the click sounds and stuff on this mouse real quick, so you can, you know, get a feeling for it. You know, obviously, you know, in person and stuff, it's going to sound different, but we'll try to do the best we can. So we got mouse 1, mouse 2, then we got the scroll wheel click. Okay. Then we got the top click on the side button. Then we got the bottom click on the side button. The scroll wheel is equipped with factory lube TTC Gold encoder. Very nice choice. Scroll wheel encoders change how a scroll wheel will feel and function. They do not affect the clicking of the mouse wheel, but rather the feeling of the scroll and the rotations. And the Atlantis has a very comfortable to the touch scroll and very smooth and quiet up and down motion compared to some mice I grew up with. Loud ass Zowie. You know, we all know about the loud ass Zowie scroll wheels. And the click on the scroll wheel is not stiff and won't give you accidental clicks when you try to scroll. Very nice quality indeed. Thanks, Lamzugears. The Atlantis is equipped with 100% pure PTFE skates. I would have to say, from my experience of using the mouse, they are somewhere between BTL skates and Tiger ice skates, in my own opinion. Personally, I think they're BTL skates. But anyway, they look more like BTL skates to me and feel the same, honestly. Either way, the skates have just the right amount of friction between the mouse and the mouse pad. For most that get the Atlantis in the first batch will come with some nice colored glass skates. I've not tried the glass skates that are included, but I have used lethal skates, and if glass is your thing, you will have that choice, of course, you know. And the battery that the Atlantis is using is a 300 mAh battery, which, you know, is a pretty good battery. I've been using the Atlantis for around 3 days now as my main mouse for everyday use and gaming, of which I game at least 6 to 8 hours a day, not including making review scripts and other web-based uses requires use of the Atlantis, and is still going strong. I would say probably 6 days or so before you would probably have to charge it up. I mean, me personally, that's about how long that I've been using this mouse. I charged it up one time when I first got it in. The wireless choice Lamzu went with is the 2.4 gigahertz via dongle that is obviously included with the mouse itself. And this is all in your box and your little carrying case and all that good stuff. It's got a nice Type-C connector, dongle, extension cable that can be placed anywhere your heart desires on your desktop. You know, obviously you probably had one of these already, so you already know. But all you got to do is, you know, disconnect it when you get ready to charge it. You know, it's got a nice, you know, slant to it, so when you put it in, you know, don't put it like that. You're gonna put it right into your C connector right here, and it'll plug right in. and that's all you got to do. So I'm going to plug this back up and put it back over here. But I love that they put the little angle on it, so that way if you do run your mouse down far enough to where you have to keep gaming and the battery's running out, you'll be able to actually use the cable still to actually play with the mouse. Since the Atlantis is a solid mouse without holes, it has no creaking or rattle that I could get to make while squeezing. It's a very solid build. It could, be very deceiving with this plastic on the bottom, with all the little openings and stuff and everything else on here. You think it would probably make some kind of noise, but I couldn't get it to make any noise. It's a very solid mouse, guys. For $89.99, you can't beat that. I'll hit the little click button over there, so don't freak out. But it's a very solid mouse, guys. I really don't get any creaking out of this mouse. Now, the grip style for the Atlantis leans more towards making you have a claw grip style grip because of mouse 1 and mouse 2 deeper downward slope and the increased deeper slope on the sides. So as you can see, it's got a pretty good deep slope to it, compared to most mice. Now, I guess we could have this Fanatic Bolt out here so you guys can see, see how the Fanatic Bolt doesn't have quite as much of a slant to it as, as the Atlantis does. And if you put them side by side, it's going to be kind of hard to tell on here. But they kind of look the same, don't they? But it's got the more tapered front on the front of this Atlantis than it does on the Fanatic Bolt. And then you got your side of your mouse here. It's got the, this is what really makes it good for me as a small hand user, is how far they got the indentions going on the edge of the mouse. With that being said, my hands are 17.78 centimeters long with a hand width of around 10 centimeters wide. It really forces me to use a relaxed claw style grip, which is, basically just like this. That's about how I am when I'm gaming with this. And I don't know if you can see real good over here. That's where my pinky and my other fingers are usually at. But sometimes I'll catch myself, playing like this right here, So, but it's really makes me want to do the claw grip. Mine is probably more of a hybrid claw grip. Considering the Lamzu has only been on the scene for a few months, while making the Atlantis, they really got their hands dirty and got out in the community and did their research to make the best mouse they can make without all the trial and error that most companies make, releasing a mediocre mouse that will have to be remade and fixed as soon as it's released. It's kind of like the Fanatic Bolt. The first batch they came out with, it had freaking, in my opinion, click issues with mouse 1 and mouse 2. The pre-travel was just freaking crap. The white one, when they got the white one out, they kind of fixed all of that. Right now, the mouse is a solid win for me, guys. And I, for one, love the Atlantis, and it will stay within arm's reach on my desk with my other top mice, so I can grab it in the heat of the moment when certain games call for different grip style than what I use. So if you have been on the fence about if you should get the Atlantis, just take in everything I said, and you should be able to make a great and informed decision on purchasing the Atlantis. If you decide you do want to purchase, I will have a link below for At East Incorporated to actually go right to their site and get this if it's something you want to get. Keep in mind, it is an affiliate link, guys, so anything that any of you guys that go on there and actually purchase from them, it will be going towards trying to help me at the same time. They're out of stock, like I said in the beginning of this video, till sometime in September, so be ready when they go on sale. They will go fast, I promise you that. Thanks for dropping in, and if you enjoyed this review of the Lamzu Wireless Atlantis, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to hit that like button, share, and leave a comment. It is much appreciated. And with all that being said, this is Fatal, signing out.